Play. (15 love).
That was a good start.
Not too bad there. Taking her time, Keys on serve.
Let for service.
Three swings, 2 points. Keys wins about 70% of the points on her first serve over the course of the season. Tells you what, of course, being such a powerful server as well, what an important part of the game it is.
One, if you consider she has the third fastest serve for the tournament, behind Venus Williams and I will think of Martic. That's right. Thank you. And I think it's going to be critical for Keys to obviously throw in the big serves when she can, but she has to also serve smartly, mix the serve up, move it around, use the wide serve sometimes and the body serve to throw Svitolina off.
Got out to a 40-love lead, gave up a couple of points, but closes out the service hold, does Madison Keys, and they will change sides very early on in this match. Elina Svitolina has been a revelation for this season. Became a top 20 player last year. Now at 22 years old, became a top 5 player in the world this year, and has really sent out notice that she is on the rise in a hurry.
Well, you think about the 5 titles that she's won this year, Svitolina, 3 of them were Premier 5 titles, the second largest tournaments on the tour.
Elina Svitolina
win streak at one point this year.
Nice.
But when you look at how her game has evolved, and the confidence that she's gained from winning matches, from getting through, working her way through tough situations, you only can get that in match play and under pressure.
Love 30.
But I think one of the differences for Svitolina is handling that pressure on the biggest stages at majors, and that's the next level, the next step for her.
Yeah.
Get to a semifinal or a final.
Oh, what a shot by Keys.
And this is already a better start for Keys than she had in her last match, seeing the ball very early, moving well and out wide, turning defense to offense. Yeah, a little bit ambitious.
Yeah,
on the,
said, I'm going to close this game out right now.
And it's tough because once you start moving to run around, you have to just go with it. You
Yeah.
can't stop in the middle.
So a service break in Svitolina's first service game of the match, and Madison Keys jumps out to an early 2 games to love lead.
2 games to love, first set.
Madison Keys, you just feel the intensity that she has starting this match. Very focused, clear about what she's trying to do, which is be aggressive from the first ball of points. Svitolina has to try to match that level here.
Another good serve.
15 love.
Svitolina, it's, you know, you're talking about rising to the occasion. It's not like she hasn't had a great record against top players this year. She's 10-3 this year against the top 10 and 11-4 against the top 20. Madison Keys would fall in that class, a top 20 player.
And that's why there's so much talk about Svitolina and, you know, the player that she is going to become, the player she is becoming, her opportunity to get to #1 in the world. It's because of those results. Right now, it's Keys who is measuring the ball, who seems like she has so much time on these ground strokes, has her pick of the direction that she wants to go in. And a lot of it is starting with the serve.
It's interesting with the strong start tonight, because the other night against Elina Svitolina, Keys lost the first set 2-6. Said she thought she was kind of nervous, maybe thinking about too many things, and said that's not a good combination for me. She said that combination for me is really terrible.
Nice.
Can't ask for a better start for this one for Madison Keys, up 3 love.
Keys leads 3 games to love, first set.
Early first set deficit for the 4th seed, Elina Svitolina, serving here down 3 games to Madison Keys.
And during the break, we were talking about Vesnina.
Love 15.
Madison Keys maybe expecting to win that match and maybe not playing quite as well to start because of that extra tension here. She is not expected to win on paper. She can maybe be a little more relaxed, and you combine that with learning from the previous round, and it's a fabulous start for the American.
15-0.
And for Svitolina now, you know, she has to regroup, and it is critical for her to get on the board, try to hold serve here, and at least make somewhat of a stand.
Good
That's
serve.
nicely done.
30-15.
Yeah, finding a way to settle into the match. And the first way you do that is you get your first hold of serve and your first game win.
Well, a couple of misses from Keys there helps Svitolina along to 40-15.
Yeah, that second serve that Keys jumped on was an opportunity not converted. Another second serve chance here. And a double fault.
40-30.
Second already of this match for Svitolina.
Yeah, she's definitely feeling the pressure, and she's under some pressure here, but still game point. That's nicely done.
Svitolina. Keys
So the
leads
first
3
service
games to
hold
1,
of the match
first
for
set.
Elina Svitolina. Of course, winner looking to go into the quarterfinals to play Kaya Kanepi. Surprise run into the quarters here. And a reminder that usopen.org is your online home for point-by-point live scoring and real-time stats and draws. It's the official tournament site.
Love 15.
This is where Keys needs to maintain her focus. Good first serve, took a little bit off, got more of a kick,
15. Oh.
getting it out of the Svitolina strike zone. Nice change up.
(15-30).
And those are the type of shots that can become a problem. A miss on a basic ball. Didn't have to make it so close to the line.
Just caught the end line. And now a chance to try and get the service break that she gave up right back for Svitolina. And gets the service break.
Game Svitolina.
So 2-3 for
Keys
Svitolina,
leads
serving to
3
try and
games
get
to
back
2,
even in this
set.
first set. Trade of service breaks in this first set. Now Elina Svitolina here with the ball on her racket at 2-3, looking to even us up.
Keys getting a little bit of good fortune there
Love 15.
with the net cord.
You'll take all the breaks you can get.
At this point, absolutely. That's big hitting, a much better point from Keys, being more disciplined and getting down and paying the price.
Love 13.
Driving the ball through her lanes and with bigger target areas.
Got a chance to set the feet into that one and give it some real teeth. And follow it up with a drive for a winner.
And Svitolina trying to go out wide, but didn't get enough of an angle. And Keys beautifully struck. A few break point opportunities here.
Let's for service.
Another one of these opening sets that we've seen in Arthur Ashe Stadium a few different times this week, where the server has had difficulty holding serve in the opening set. So Keys gets the second break of the set that she has earned.
And we were talking about during the break that Keys kind of gave away a couple of games, some loose errors to lose the 2 games in this set that she did lose. I mean, imagine if she had stayed solid there, she would have had an even bigger lead potentially. And, it's a tennis match. You're going to have ebbs and flows. You have to adjust. You're going to miss shots. But you don't want to give your opponent points without them earning their way back into a match.
Any opponent, let alone a quality one. Those seeding numbers you see next to the players' names, almost a little deceiving, because Madison Keys was ranked as high as 7th last October before the injuries that forced her to miss so much time and slide down the rankings.
Well, we think of her as a top 10 player, and certainly the game to get back there. But that's a play from Svitolina, craftiness that she can bring to any match. She's solid from the ground, but she can adjust around the baseline, around the midcourt area. Now she has a few breakpoint opportunities.
One defended. Talking about Madison being a top 10 player. If she wins the U.S. Open and a couple of other things happen, she can jump all the way from 16th up into the top 10.
Yeah, this would be a big result for her. Hasn't played a lot of tennis this year, relatively speaking.
Yeah. Second break point defended. On the other side of the net, Svitolina is one of 3 remaining women who could wind up as the world #1 at the end of this U.S. Open. She needs to at least reach the semifinal in order to have a chance of being #1, and then see how the other circumstances play.
Oh, that miss.
Game
The break.
New
So
balls, please.
we continue to trade service breaks in the first set of this one.
Leads 4 games to 3, first sets. New balls.
4 breaks of serve in 7 games in this first set. Here's Svitolina with new tennis balls at 3-4.
And we've been talking quite a bit about Keys. I think the good news for Svitolina, though she's gotten broken a couple of times here, she hasn't quite played her best tennis yet. She's still making more unforced errors than she would normally make. 8 unforced with just 1 winner. So she has some room for growth here.
Cross-court backhand from Keys.
Now that's a great backhand. It's hit, it's hard. Keys is stepping into the court. She's taking it aggressively, but she's not hitting for the lines. That ball is very safe. That's nicely done by Svitolina. Being a little more aggressive with the court positioning and a smart volley.
Started with a really great serve, too.
Out wide.
Yeah.
Great placement on that first serve.
(40-15).
Lindsay Davenport was a woman who could serve, knew her way around a service game.
Yes, she did. Again, that great out wide serve. That draws Keys off the court and a hold of serve.
Yeah. And it's a great serve for a player who isn't a big server. Mixing that wide serve in, getting the sharp angle, especially against Keys, who likes to be set and likes to step in to get the power and depth of her shots. So 4-all on serve in this first set.
Keys one of 5 Americans in the round of 16 this year in women's play at the US Open. That's the most since 2002. So far today, 1 win, 1 loss. Coco Vandeweghe getting by Lucy Safarova. But Jennifer Brady was not able to overcome the #1 seed in the tournament. Karolina Pliskova was clinical today.
Keys were able to win today with 4 Americans into the quarterfinals, which would be a great result for American tennis. But Keys in a little bit of trouble again on serve at love 30. Already 15 unforced for the match.
Fans trying to pick her up.
Great first serve and first ball.
15-13.
And with that miss, it sets up 2 more break point opportunities for Svitolina.
Timely.
(30-40).
Can she get back to even? Yes.
Both points, Keys going out wide, getting Svitolina stretched out. And look how far back in the court Svitolina is, and Keys rightfully taking that ball out of the air. Didn't want to start that point all over again. Sensing a pattern here. That wide serve is
it's working.
It works pretty well.
Yeah.
Yeah, just not enough footwork there. That ball getting too close to the body for Keys. Svitolina not able to read the serve, not getting on the wide serve, but she also has to protect up the tee. Another advantage for the American.
from 15-40 down. Madison Keys comes back to hold serve. 5-4 in the first. Very close first set. Though 4 breaks of serve between the two players already. Here's Svitolina serving at 4-5. She will not want to get broken here because that would give Madison Keys set number 1.
And this is a time for Keys to just flood the court with balls, putting it back on the Svitolina racket if she has her racket on it. Don't give up the easy misses here. Keeping the pressure in the match.
Let's first service.
It's no question that Svitolina has gotten better, and she has cleaned up the unforced errors. She's being very tight with the misses, and she's forcing Keys at times into some difficult positions.
The other thing she's doing is keeping the crowd out of it.
And that is probably one of the most important things that she could do as this match goes on.
One
of the few times that Svitolina has really hit out on the ball, is looking for her second winner of the match. Oh, that's nicely done.
And a service hold to bring us even at 5 apiece in this first set.
And that's just having great court sense and awareness of where her opponent is, where she is in the court, and able to make the adjustment.
30 minutes ago when we started this match, Madison Keys roared out to a 3-games-to-love lead. Now serving here in an important 11th game.
I think at 3-love, Keys gave up a little bit of her advantage. She lost those 2 games much too easily. One was obviously a break of serve. And that kind of helped give Svitolina a little more belief. But since then, I think Svitolina has raised the level of her play, and it's forcing Keys to play even better, to be more strategic about her shot selection and about her serving.
Needs to get that first serve percentage up. 62% right now in the match for Keys. That's 2.
Another net cord falls over for Keys.
Basketball arena, they might call that the home hoop advantage. Home rim. Friendly roll.
And it's so tempting sometimes to go for the big shot because Svitolina, it's almost like she draws her opponents in to overhitting. But you can't afford that. You have to be a little more disciplined, as we've talked about.
Nice.
Great adjustment by Keys. Getting under that approach, getting more spin. But forcing Svitolina to try to come up with the pass. And that ball sitting up perfectly.
And the out wide serve again, effective for Keys. She's up 6-5. Now Svitolina, the pressure goes
Keys
back to her
leads
side of the net to
6
stay in this
games to
first
5.
set.
First set.
Tricky spot here in a set that has seen service broken 4 times. The 4th seed Elina Svitolina serving here at 5-6.
That's one of the advantages of serving first. Once you hold serve and you take care of business
Love
on
15.
your side of the court, you can afford to take a few swings, a few cuts at the return. Just a bit flat-footed there, Keys. Yeah, that's unfortunate for the American. A couple of missed returns after an excellent first point, first strike. And it lets a lot of the air, the pressure out of this game for Svitolina, or against Svitolina. Nicely done by Svitolina, weathering the storm.
40-15.
The pace and depth from Keys. Svitolina gets such great margin on her shots, even as far back behind the baseline as she is. A couple of game points here.
Couldn't get the roll off the court that time, and so we will go to a first set tiebreak between Keys and Svitolina.
First set tiebreak. Each player now receives 1 additional challenge.
6 apiece. So we play the tiebreak. You see the numbers this season for both Svitolina and Keys. 1st to 7 must win by 2. Keys will serve first.
Big time hitting. Such pace.
1-0.
And you can
Keys.
just hear how cleanly this forehand was struck.
Nice. Charging to the net for the drop shot winner.
Keys has made a couple of clutch plays moving forward.
2-0. Keys.
Managing to take that ball out of the air. It was dropping quickly. This is just excellent hands.
So the mini break goes to Keys. And added to there.
Another huge forehand from Keys. And this is over the high part of the net, changing the direction, which is never easy, but especially this point in a tiebreaker. And Svitolina can't believe it. That's like target practice there. First serve, out wide, first ball into the open court. And it looked easy there, but nothing is easy at this point, and Keys just holds her nerve.
Just kind of getting back to the way she started the game with the precision placement and the power for Keys. Then got off a little bit as Svitolina settled into the match.
Well, Keys is even better, though. I mean, she's had to come up with some monster shots. Oh, nicely done by Svitolina. Important to get on the board here in this tiebreaker, down 5-love, and this is a beauty. Great touch play.
Great. Really nice. But Keys well in command. Svitolina with one more serve after the change of ends, and then Keys gets 2 serves to try and close it out.
Well, it's never over until it's over, and this is why you keep competing. Play until the last ball. But with the way Keys is hitting the ball, this may be at least the tiebreaker. May be over in a hurry.
6-1 Keys.
So here's set point for Madison.
That's beautifully hit.
Keys.
And it's not as bombastic as the shots from Keys, but that is a great backhand from Svitolina.
So let's see if Keys goes with the out wide serve here. Gets the set. In the tiebreak, Madison Keys, 7-6. As we head for the second.
7 games to 6. Second set, Svitolina to serve.
The final 4th round match of this US Open. Elina Svitolina to serve to start the second after losing the first in a tiebreak.
Love.
So the winner of this one will get the last spot in the quarterfinals. Kaya Kanepi will be the opponent. Missed it long.
30 love.
Opportunity was there. The space was there.
It was there. Plenty of space down the line. Just overcooking it.
Great return.
Well, that's what Keys really focused on as often as possible in the first set, trying to step in, take the return early, immediately the aggressor. Another net cord, and Svitolina has to be wondering how many balls is she going to get that just fall over the net. That one, Svitolina had a little more time Great defending at the net by Keys.
Racket bounce here in frustration. Does seem to be the backhand side that Keys has done more missing on.
Well, that's always going to be the case. Backhand not quite as solid as the forehand. Another excellent point from Keys. She stayed calm in the middle of the point, didn't panic, and was able to turn it around, go from defense to offense. And Svitolina, anytime she lays that ball up in the middle of the court, she's in trouble because Keys is looking to attack.
Attacked that second serve and now has a break opportunity.
Advantage, Keys.
Keys making it look simple, but there is a lot that goes into hitting a shot that cleanly with that much margin.
Deuce. Advantage, Svitolina.
So break point saved. Now an opportunity to hold on to the serve. And done.
Game,
So,
Svitolina.
unlike getting broken in her first service
game,
game of the first
second
set of the match, Svitolina manages to fight off that break point and hang on here to start the second, the must-win second for her hopes of advancing on in this U.S. Open.
Well, that was an important game, and obviously every game has a level of importance, but being the first game of the second set, trying to turn around the momentum that she lost at the end of that tiebreaker, holding serve and just keeping a little bit of tension in the match. She's had some opportunities on the Keys serve, and so if she can maybe sneak away with an early break, she could turn this around.
So Madison Keys to serve, her fastest serve of the match so far, 119 miles an hour.
We've talked quite a bit about the big hitting of Keys, but Svitolina is still right in there, and she has made life tough for Madison Keys.
You'd expect the fourth seed to do that. Wow. Good wheels for Svitolina to catch up to that. Actually, good wheels on both sides of the net.
It was, and finally Svitolina gets a little bit of good luck, gets the net cord, but had to hustle to get up to that one. This wasn't a gimme.
You think Madison had a chance to play that and pulled the racket down thinking it was long?
No, I think it got just behind her.
Yeah. Just that one angle of that replay made me question that.
Would have been nice to see her dive, though, for it.
Well,
that was close.
Yeah.
I guess just catching the back of the line. No challenge from Keys.
But a challenge here to get back into this game and keep from giving up a service break to start the second. So a quick service break without winning a point in that game, and Elina Svitolina takes a 2-game lead. in this second set. Remember, in the first, Madison Keys had a 3-game lead before Svitolina came roaring back to tie.
That was why that first game of the set was so important. The hold by Svitolina, it changed the complexion of the service game for Keys. And it's so much different when you're playing from a position of strength, holding serve, you know, up in a game, winning the first 2 points.
Yep.
And you're always going to get a miss here or there from Keys because she's an aggressive player. She's an attacking player. The misses will come with it. It's a question of when they'll creep in and if you've put enough pressure on her to take advantage of it. That's where Svitolina is right now.
Svitolina has 48 match wins this season, second only to Caroline Wozniacki. So continuing on in this tournament would equal the most successful mark of this season.
It also gives you the idea that she's not going to panic. She's been in enough tennis matches, has had to work her way through some of them. I like that move from Keys. She has made some perfectly timed forays into the net. Understanding that Svitolina was stretched out and she was going to get a ball that popped up. Still, Svitolina in control in this game.
And wins the game to take a 3-game lead in this second set. Svitolina on a roll.
Svitolina leads 3-0, second set. First set, Keys.
There's your scoreline. Madison Keys to serve with a big deficit in this second set. Wow.
That shot is phenomenal. And it looks so effortless from Svitolina. Can't hit a forehand a lot better than that with that kind of angle. Yeah, Svitolina guessed right, but just couldn't quite control the pace from Keys.
But you hate that. You got a 50-50 chance of guessing, and you get it right, and then you
just can't make the shot.
Drop it long.
Yeah.
Now we're in.
Those last couple of returns on the deuce side from Svitolina out wide. That's why Keys has to focus on mixing her serve up. She's gone out wide a lot in this match, and it's been successful. But she can't let Svitolina start to camp out on it. That's a good serve.
You were saying?
Yeah. Did she hear me?
I don't think so, but.
I know she didn't. I'm giving myself too much credit there, but that was a fabulous serve.
Well, it shows you she's thinking.
Yeah. That's well done by Svitolina, one of the best at moving the ball. And there she got set up so quickly on the forehand that she held Keys. She froze her a little bit because she could have gone either direction. Now she has a break point to go up for love.
And Keys has yet to win a point on her second serve in this set.
Wow. What a severe angle.
4 games up in the second set for Elina Svitolina.
Second set.
Stay connected to the US Open on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, and YouTube. Join the conversation with hashtag US Open.
Love.
Major regroup needed here by Keys.
And sometimes that's tough to refocus, to settle in. And settle down. You know, the match starts going so quickly. Points,
love.
you start losing points in a row, and it can be difficult to stop the run. One of the worst shot selections from Svitolina that we've seen in a while. She has been flooding the court with balls and being so accurate.
And the thing is, it's not like Keys hasn't been winning points in these games. We've had a deuce game. We've had a couple of games to 30.
But she's struggling, Keys, with the important points right now.
Thank you.
On fire. Elina Svitolina is on fire in this second set.
5 games to love.
5
Second
games
set.
up.
First set, Keys.
Players taking the court for this 6th game of the second set. Madison Keys won the first in a tiebreak, but Elina Svitolina has won every game of this second set. Keys needs to reestablish something here with a service hold.
Who are listening during the break, to finish the thought for Keys holding serve here, the importance of it. She needs to steady herself. At least if she holds, she can bring some momentum into the third if she happens to lose the second. And she also needs to reestablish winning her serve. And that's an important part of her game.
Yeah.
15.
Keys is only landing 50% of her first serves in play and only winning the points on 50% of those. And she has won 0 points in this set on her second serve.
Yeah, 0 for 6 on second serves.
That's good. Little left, right.
Well, at one point in the match, the tiebreaker, especially Keys, I mean, it was just flowing. Sometimes she was winning points with 1 or 2 strikes. It's not going to continue. And it didn't continue, and I think that's where she's struggling a little bit, still trying to win points with 1 or 2 swings, and she's got to get down and work through some of these points a little bit more. She's in a good place here on her serve.
Game, Keys.
So a quick service hold for Keys, 5-1. for Svitolina. And now serving
leads
for
5 games
this
to
second
1.
set and to even the
Second
match at
set.
1 set apiece.
So Keys has taken care of her business. Now Svitolina needs to get a good start to this service game.
15 love.
This is why the first 2 points of any game are so crucial, but especially serving for a set. It leaves just a little bit of pressure as opposed to being down early on.
All the coach can do is look on and stress.
15-0.
Third double fault of the match. First of this set for Elina Svitolina.
That's good recovery after the double fault. A very
13,
strong
15.
first serve. One of her fastest at 108 miles per hour.
Yeah, her fastest of the match is 110.
$40-15.
A couple of set points for Svitolina.
But she only needed one.
Game in second set.
Second set in 24 minutes to Elina Svitolina. We will go to a third here in Arthur Ashe Stadium.
1 set over. Final set. Keys to serve.
See if Madison Keys can get off to a solid start in this deciding set.
So far, so good for Keys. A much better point, really working through the middle stages of
15
that
love.
point. Being a little more strategic with her placement and court position.
Watson's been doing some thinking, and one of the IBM Slam Tracker's keys to the match is that Madison Keys needs to win 72% of the points on her first serve. And in this match, she's only winning 60%.
30-15.
65 now for the match. 50%, obviously the first game of the third. It's early in the set. But it seems like that is a
30.
very good indicator. 72% would be a nice number. Points won on first serve. See if Keys can get a first serve here.
Fans squarely behind Keys, as you would expect here in New York. what a duel.
Oh, that was a great point. Keys taking a break from the straight power, showing a little craftiness, but Svitolina does her one better. It's great hands up there, though.
Advantage.
And that's a frustrating
Svitolina.
miss for Keys. She is battling, trying to hold serve here.
Great point.
That's been a good play for Keys. Svitolina gets so many extra balls back, and sometimes it's the right shot to just move forward. You know that ball's coming up, and Keys handles it beautifully.
So a break point saved, and back to even.
Oh, what a return from Svitolina. Looked like she was going to be in real trouble on that serve, and
Svitolina.
she got it so deep in the court, gave herself time to get back into the point, and then went on the offense. Another break point. That's just straight heat.
Crisp.
Deuce.
And Svitolina looked like she was in neutral position, and Keys just took it away.
Now Keys finally with the advantage in this service game.
Advantage. Keys. Deuce.
Svitolina's so good when she's stretched out wide, shrinking the court, getting back into position, and anticipating where that next ball may be going. Oh, well done. She is holding strong at the net. This was not an easy volley. This was half volley. She had to time it perfectly. Staying relaxed.
Deuce.
Svitolina has done such a good job getting great angles on some of these serves. She's moved in slightly, taken it a little earlier.
Keys has saved 2 break points, but also had a few opportunities to win the game. She'll have another.
Serving now for almost 8 minutes. And it definitely comes down to fitness, mental fitness as much as anything else.
determined, gritty, important hold of serve for Madison Keys to start this third set. 2 break points saved on the way.
Final set.
And sometimes that's what it takes. We talked about the big game of Keys, the big serving, but Svitolina, she's been able to nullify some of that, and Keys just working so hard to come away with the service hold. That's a good indicator for her.
Well, 11 o'clock at night on Monday night, Labor Day, the holiday in the U.S. A day-long tennis party here at the U.S. Open. Continuing. The 4th seed in women's play, Elina Svitolina, serving to the 15 seed Madison Keys for the last place in the quarterfinals.
The good thing for Svitolina is she made Keys work so hard to get the hold of serve.
Yeah.
Now she may get a couple of quicker points to start her service game. Nicely done by Keys. Great defending.
15-0.
Big time tennis. And on that approach, Keys staying down and through the ball.
15-13.
It's high level stuff right now.
Cord balls. And Keys with 2 break points.
It's been pretty remarkable how many of those net cords have gone over for Keys.
Yeah, if it's carrying enough pace. Sometimes that's just enough. Went for it.
Well, sometimes for Keys, like on that last shot, just didn't quite have the same racket head speed. She's hitting it hard, but her arm slows down just slightly. Doesn't get the spin, but still another break point. Oh, wow.
Good hands.
Looked like Svitolina was in trouble on that volley. Keys caught up to this and was able to get it low enough to make it difficult. Yeah, that's my reaction. That was great stuff.
Advantage.
Challenge coming.
Keys. Svitolina is challenged the call on the right near. The ball was pulled out.
Chase review. Haven't had many of these in this match. just barely. Good call.
Advantage Keys. Svitolina has 2 challenges remaining.
So another chance at a break here.
Deuce.
Smart serve by Svitolina, getting the first serve in, but it was into the body, the right hip of Keys. And sometimes after a longer point, you want to immediately make your opponent play the return. Don't give them a break with the second serve.
Advantage Svitolina. Game.
Keys fights off 2 break points to win her service game. Svitolina fights off 3 break points to win her service game. And we're even at 1 in this third set.
But this is the type of competing that you would expect from 2 players who are on form, playing confidently this year. And they are matching each other here in this third set.
Love.
It's a good idea.
Yeah, she's been pretty accurate, Svitolina, getting angles on the return.
Pair of 22-year-olds playing in the third set of the U.S. Open in the round of 16 on Arthur Ashe Stadium, trying to get the last spot in the quarterfinals.
Another one.
You see the language from Svitolina, like, what's going on here?
I have
How
never
many of those are you going to get?
I cannot recall ever seeing this many net cords fall in one player's favor. It has been remarkable.
No foul, it appears there.
Yeah, seems like she's okay from that
40-15.
Another deft touch shot from Keys. She's done a nice job feeling it at the net.
Game Keys.
So Keys hangs on and gets the service hold. 2-1 in the third set.
Final set.
Very intense match between Elina Svitolina and Madison Keys in the third and deciding set. We're on serve, despite a couple of opportunities for both players to not be. At 5 break points saved already between the 2 service games.
Love.
The first 2 service games, I should say.
This has turned into a very physical match, especially in this third set. And Keys once again getting down, driving through that backhand, paying the price, hitting 1 or 2 extra balls. Svitolina is matching her. Yeah, that's perfect placement.
But those last 2 points follow up the numbers you were talking about between the games. The longer rally went to Keys. The quick rally went to Svitolina.
Yes. Talk about some of the errors that Keys can throw in early in points, but it's also, you know, Svitolina and how well she defends, how well she understands where she needs to be in the court, anticipated that ball, made it look easy.
Just to get the prior ball back all the way across court like that.
And she returns balls into spots so she can get back into court, put herself in good position again.
Jumped on the second serve.
And those are the type of shots that, for Keys, even if she misses, she's making the right play. She's stepping in, she's trying to be aggressive. I mean, that's a more high percentage play, and she's done that pretty well throughout the match. So tough for Svitolina when she gets that second serve in, when she throws too many second serves at Keys.
Advantage, Svitolina.
Svitolina making the adjustment there, getting the first serve in. Wasn't a big serve, but it didn't allow Keys to step in and take it on the rise.
Game, Svitolina.
So Svitolina fends off the challenge from Keys to hold serve. We are at 2-2 in this third and deciding set. Download the US Open app for all the latest scores, stats, match highlights, player news, celebrity sightings, and more. It's available in the iTunes and Google Play stores. Good start to this fifth game for Keys on serve here.
15 love.
Serve that was very effective for her earlier in the match, going out wide.
15-0.
When you look at the fact that there have been some ups and downs in this match, certainly the score of the first set, the tiebreaker versus the second, being so one-sided, but right now both players competing at a very high level. Yeah,
too good.
Too good, and it was trouble for Keys because of the severity of the angle from Svitolina.
15-30.
Keys had to take that approach up the line, but it was fading back into the court. Too much court to cut off. Yeah, much better position for Keys there. Moving forward with the down the line approach. And able to cut off the forehand volley. Nicely done.
So 30 apiece. Just a little long. Svitolina right on that second serve with a quick reply. And Keys not enough time.
Yeah, those are the types of misses that hurt right about now.
Break point for Svitolina. Big point for Keys.
That's a smart play. Svitolina so far behind the baseline, defending on the return.
Deuce.
Kathy Rinaldi there, the U.S. Fed Cup captain, liking that little play. Oh, she had lined it up, Keys had, and just pulled down on it.
Svitolina.
Nervous moments. And a service break for the fourth seed, Elina Svitolina. She goes up a break in this third set.
New balls, please. Svitolina leads 3-2. Final sets.
22-year-old Elina Svitolina of Ukraine, a two-time quarterfinalist at the French Open, looking to see if she can become a quarterfinalist at the US Open. She's up a break on Madison Keys in the third set. And off to a great start in this service game.
15 love.
Svitolina has made Keys hit a lot of balls during the course of this match, especially when Keys was able to get up in the match. And that has been a staple for the Ukrainian.
Made her pay on the second serve.
Yeah, that's been a good play.
30
At this point, Svitolina only winning about 42% of points on second serve. Keys is taking full advantage when she gets a look at them.
Great running by Keys to get to that ball, get it back in play, and allow Svitolina to make the error.
Yeah, that's not something we have seen very often in the last two sets. Pulling that ball well long. Great retrieving by Keys.
Got it.
And that's the way to respond when you get broken. Come right back and put that additional pressure on your opponent.
30-40.
So sets up a breakpoint opportunity. The fourth breakpoint opportunity that Keys has had already in this set. She has yet to convert. For 4.
Yeah, and that's a shot that Keys has been making, and you have to attribute it to a little additional tension. That break point, understanding the moment, the opportunity that's there, and getting just a little more tight. Just wide.
Missed it. And will challenge.
Look just wide.
I don't think she'll be happy with the results of the chase review. more hopeful than anything.
Advantage, Svitolina. Keys has 2 challenges remaining.
Back to deuce.
And only a slight difference between that return, that return point, and the previous return point on the ad side.
Yeah.
Just a little more relaxed. Oh, that's big serve.
Great serve.
Advantage, Svitolina.
Trying to consolidate a service break and go up 4 games to 2 in this third and deciding set.
Game, Svitolina.
Keys drives it long, and Svitolina hangs on and
Svitolina
consolidates the
leads
service break.
4 games to 2.
Those 4
Final sets.
opportunities to break in this set that have not been capitalized on, any of them, looming large at the moment. So Keys needs a rally late in the New York night if she's going to continue on in this US Open. Oh!
And just, again, the tension of the
15.
moment.
Speaking of tension.
Yeah, you can see it there.
Fault.
Ball wide. Chair umpire
called it.
Mariana Alves overrules, and now I thought, did Keys ask for challenge? No.
No, I think she knows it was wide.
Great.
That's a big point.
30-15.
Inside out action.
And at this time in the match, needing desperately Keys to hold serve and keep herself within contention, within striking distance.
Their opportunity for Keys to try and close this service game.
And it's just one break of serve, so important for Keys to hold here.
Got a little help and a hold of serve. 3-4 in the third.
leads
Svitolina up a
4
break.
games to 3. Final set.
Madison Keys down a break in this third set. Can she find a way to convert and get even with Elina Svitolina, the 4th seed, serving here at 4-3 after dropping the first set in a tiebreak and rolling through the second.
That's a great
Keys
serve.
will challenge that one.
It's worth a challenge. I mean, at this stage, that was so close.
Case review says out.
Second set.
And a double fault.
There you go.
4th of the match, first in this set for Svitolina.
So much weight behind every shot, every decision at this point in the match.
Put a paint on that ball.
And opening up the court beautifully. And then finishing into the open court. Seems simple, seems like a no-brainer. Not easy at all. Keep everything relaxed.
Two more opportunities for Madison Keys to break Elina Svitolina's serve.
15-14. Please.
Wow.
She did it. 4-all in the third set.
And what a treat for all of the fans that have stayed. Continue to support Madison Keys.
Final sets.
That was big time.
So now the tension of the moment, no doubt felt on both players. Keys needing a hold of serve here to consolidate the break. Svitolina feeling the effect of just losing that gap she had.
Talked about this earlier. Svitolina can get tight. She has gotten tight in some of these matches at majors. Big hitting once again for Keys, hitting right through her lanes.
30 love.
cooked it.
30-15.
She's done a good job in this set of making adjustments. She's had some misses, but they haven't come over and over, back to back. There, Kathy Rinaldi on the side of him. Next to her was Martin Blackman, all of player development, supporting this young American. U.S. player development.
Keys holds serve. 5-4 in the third.
Keys. Keys leads 5 games to 4. Final sets. Ready to play.
Elina Svitolina to serve.
Thank you.
At 4-5 in the third set. She must hold. What a great point.
That's a real veteran point from Keys.
Love 15. Please.
Second double fault of this set
Love
for Svitolina. And the pressure is on.
That's a nice point from Svitolina. Really settled herself down, got the first serve in.
15,
so
15.
much more tension when you have to serve a second serve at this stage of the match.
2 hours in.
That's a great return from Keys.
And now 2 match points for Keys.
15-14. Thank you, please.
The 4th seed is out, and Madison Keys is going to the quarterfinals.